hi from the future. I didn't film an intro for these in real time because, you know, I was just filming and didn't know where exactly part 1 would end and part 2 would start. So now that I've finished this video, I wanted to come back and say I hope you enjoyed part 1. Part 2, I really just finished painting the basement and putting back together what we have. I tell you 1,000 times in the video that it's not totally done, right? We need more furniture pieces, we need styling, you know, artwork, accessories, like that sort of stuff. But I do not want to just rush into that. I don't want to just buy stuff to fill the space. I want to make sure that what we're buying is stuff that we both love and we both want to have for a really long time. We came to visit Blake's family out on the East Coast. So Blake's mom was kind enough to let us go through some of her artwork that she doesn't have space for, or she doesn't hang anymore, or whatever. And we found some really cool prints that I think will work really well in the basement. So I'll keep you posted as I hang those downstairs. And I feel like I totally understand why people hire out painting. It's something that anyone can do. I'm sure that professional painters have a wealth of knowledge and a skill set that I do not possess, and they are much more efficient than I am, but it's not something you should feel intimidated by. I mean, learn from me and like do your prep work correctly, but you are totally capable of repainting a room if that's something you want to do. It's just time consuming, and like the bigger the room, the more time it takes, obviously. And we had guests coming and going, so it was like I would paint part of it, have to put everything back together, take everything apart. You know, it was just honestly a very long process. It took way longer than I thought it would, but I am so happy that it's done. I'm so happy with how it turned out. I love the paint color. I think it's really exactly the feeling that we were hoping for. And I think as we continue to decorate and like really finish the space, it will just become more and more what I had imagined. So I hope you enjoy watching this video. I hope you love the color as much as I do. You know, if you've got suggestions for added details that I should be incorporating, let me know. Okay, enjoy part 2. Okay, so I painted for 2 days, made small progress, but I got all the wallpaper done, which was huge. Then my husband's brother-in-law came and stayed with us for the weekend, so I had to kind of put the basement back together because that's like our guest space. So now I'm really avoiding like retarping, repapering, that whole thing. It needs to be done, it has to be done. It's the only way any of this is gonna get done, but I'm avoiding it at this moment in time. There's a lot of light switch plates and like air ventilation grates that need to be primed and painted, so starting with that. And then I will slowly work my way towards being emotionally ready to prepare to paint the rest of the room. Also, my arm is just so sore from painting, which is another reason I'm putting off painting the rest of this room. I also have to like scrub down the wall a final time where the wallpaper was and make sure that all of that paste, all of that like glue remnant is gone, because I don't want to paint over the top of that. So let's just get started and see where we go. Okay, here's another procrastination question for you. When you're leaving, like going back upstairs, this is the staircase, and it's this, you know, really large, nice kind of stairwell. It's got a window in it. The view's not that cute, but the light is really nice. But it's like pure white, and I don't want this to be a forgotten area just because it's a pass-through section. I feel like this back wall has a ton of opportunity, but like, what do we do? I'm also thinking like, would it be fun if I painted the same green on the risers, like this white section in between all the steps? So like you wouldn't really notice it coming down, but as you're leaving, going back to the rest of the house, you would notice it. I don't know. If you have any thoughts or ideas for this space, let me know. Okay, so I need to prime and then paint all of these light plates so that they match the wall. Oh, there we go. Oh, do you need to stir primer? Looks like it. I also have some like pretty big like airflow ventilation grates that I need to prime and then paint. And I'm really wondering if like a spray paint primer would be easier. I also realized I'm out of tape, which means I have to leave and go get tape. And I also need like a smaller edging brush. This is the only brush I have because I was an idiot and ruined one of my other brushes. Times are tough, you guys. I feel like spray painting these would be way easier too. Okay, there's one. Only 8 more. Plus the ones I haven't taken off the walls. I didn't prime the walls because they were so white and the color going on was so dark. I didn't feel like it mattered all that much, and the woman at the paint store agreed with me. Now, if I ever decide that I don't like the green and I want to do a lighter color, I will need to prime just to like help the new paint grip and so that I don't have to use so many coats of a lighter color. Oh my god, there's paint on everything. I mean, is there a less completely destructive way of doing these? I'm priming these because it's like a plastic cover, obviously, and I just feel like the paint will stick better and last longer if they are primed. I just feel like, to me, there's nothing worse than painting the wall a beautiful color and then having these like glaring, cheap looking outlet covers. Like trying not to leave these like huge lines, but it's a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess. This is a terrible idea. Terrible, I say. I was sitting on TikTok this morning drinking my coffee looking for like inspo vids because I realized that like just because I'm painting this room doesn't mean that it's like immediately gonna feel like the total aesthetic that I'm going for. Obviously, I think painting it is the easy and clear first step. But you know, there's a lot that goes into like decor to really give something a certain personality or feeling. And I was thinking about like the transition videos. You know, like people will walk into a room and snap their fingers and the whole thing is like beautiful and perfect. And I love those videos, obviously, who doesn't? But it's also kind of discouraging when you're the person like doing the work and the work is nowhere near that fast or that easy, which like, you know, obviously the internet is full of not realness, but it's like when you're in the throes of your own projects, I don't know, sometimes it's just like, oh, I can't watch any more of these because my project is going so much slower than this 30-second transition video or whatever it is. And then I feel like I just get like overwhelmed and kind of like frustrated with the process, which is not supposed to be the point. The point is it's supposed to be fun and like my own adventure, my own journey. So I'm taking a little bit of a break from that. But at the same time, I still need like an outlet for inspiration. So it's a fine line to walk. Okay, I only have 3 more. And 2 of them are these big guys, so that's pretty easy. My dad got me a handheld miter box saw situation, which I feel like is great for like small scale trim. And I know that we decided that we weren't doing an accent wall in here, but now I'm kind of thinking about like the stairwell. Like, could I put, you know, like the side angle of your stairs, like if you're walking down a hallway and your stairs are to the left or to the right, and you see what is the rise of the stairs, but it's like the solid outside structure of the staircase. Does that make any sense? And some people put up like molding in that. I feel like that could be really cute. Both here and upstairs. The upstairs needs so much attention. I feel like, because it's just us that's really ever up there, I have been neglecting it. There's a whole bedroom that I haven't built the bed. The mattress is still wrapped in plastic from when we moved in April. It is August. It's just like there are days where I'm like in the mood, and there are like weeks where I am not in the mood. Sometimes building stuff, it's like, yes, this is like a way for me to like relax, turn my brain off, and like follow instructions. And other times it's like, you know, I can't find the screw. And I'm feeling like we're in a little bit more of a headspace of the latter, but it's also kind of like becoming crunch time. Like, I think Blake's parents are gonna come out in the next couple of weeks. And then my family is coming for Christmas, and like that room has to be done because my parents and my brother and his fiance will all be here, and we'll all need somewhere to stay. So I really have to get on that. And at this pace, like, we know that it's not like I can just get it done overnight and then be happy with it. Like, no. It takes me a long time to make decisions. It's okay. It's okay. It's all gonna get done. It always does. My light covers are primed, but I need to go get more tape, which means I need to leave. So I'm gonna make a list, figure out everything that I need, run a million errands, and then return to this. 100 years later, we have returned. Now that that's out of the way, I guess it's time to get to work. I still have so much of this room to do. Still a mess. I've got a couple art projects I'm in the middle of, but I'm just feeling so distracted by the basement. So I'm just gonna set my timer for 3 hours, take a chunk, work exclusively on the basement for the next 3 hours, try and get at least this whole back wall finished so that I can move all the furniture back into place, because then I need to do the TV wall, the wall opposite of this one. And I need to take the TV off the wall. So I kind of need the couch back to lay the TV on it. You get it. So that's my goal. Finish this half of the room, and then we will be like 3/4 of the way done, and maybe tomorrow I can finish the TV wall. I don't know. We'll see how far we get. We are so close to being done. Everything else behind you is finished, but I'm not going to show you because that's part of the reveal. So all we have left is this wall, and then there's like a half wall on the other side that you cannot see. Those are the last 2 walls, and then everything will be done. I still have some like light switch plates and grates to finish, and it is like 1 p.m. on Tuesday, and we are leaving at 6 a.m. tomorrow, Wednesday, to go to Cape Cod. So we will be gone for kind of a minute. So this has to be finished, and if I don't finish the light plates, like, I'm not gonna cry about that. I can finish that when I get home, but I want everything put back on the wall. I want all the paint done so that I can show you what we've done and how it feels. My brother told me to stop buying regular painter's tape and just get the frog tape. That's like, I don't know, a couple bucks more, but apparently it makes a huge difference. So I got frog tape, and I'm gonna do what I should have been doing all along, which is doing your prep work correctly, like tape everything off, trim everything out, and then paint your walls. Because in the long run, I have spent so much time going back and like crisping up all the lines. Like if I had just done it right the first time, it's like I never learned my lesson. It doesn't matter. We're gonna tape, I'm gonna prep, I will change out of my new jeans, and then we will paint. We're so close, we're so close. It doesn't even take that long. I don't know why I do these things. All the trim has its 2 coats. So now I can go in and roll. I have to do 2 coats of that too. But the spaces are pretty small. So I'm hoping to really fly through it, let it dry, move all the stuff back and get it styled before it's like dark, dark. That is the first coat. Everything now has 1 coat on it on this last wall, which means all I have to do is wait for this to dry, paint the second coat on everything, wait for that to dry, take all the tape off, move the furniture back, and then we're done. It is like, I don't know, 6 p.m. But we are going to finish painting this basement tonight. I can't wait to show it to you. Coat 1 is dry. I'm eating my snack. Look at my snack. I just picked them. It's time to apply coat 2. Blake just ordered dinner delivery because we don't want to cook because we leave in the morning. So I'm hoping I can knock coat 2 of this section out before dinner comes, which is like 40-ish, 45 minutes. I was so confident that I'd have plenty of paint, and now I'm like, oh my God. If I have enough, it's gonna be just barely, and if I'm short, it's gonna be just barely, and I'm gonna be so annoyed. It's done. Just in time for dinner to come. I am very tired and accepting the fact that not all the light switch plates are gonna be done tonight. It's just not gonna happen. I will do them when we get home. It's not a big deal. I'm gonna go eat dinner and let all of this dry, and then we will come back to it, de-tape, put all the furniture back. I'll show you the final paint job. I can't wait for you to see the original footage of the basement and what it looks like now. I think it looks great. Oh boy, it's finally done. I mean, not done, because you know, little minor, I already banged my ladder into the wall and chipped the paint. So there's little things here and there that need to be revisited, but I got 99% of it done. I think it looks so good. We keep saying like the paint color is dark, but the room doesn't feel any darker. It just feels like a room with a personality kind of now. Let me give you a tour.